Hey guys, Jay here with Pigeon Outdoors. Great to see you all again. Welcome back to Dandlion Wine. We are going to be talking about the second fermentation. You see it right here. This is the balloon that is well blown up at the moment from all the carbon gases coming out. And let's get to this. For second fermentation, what we're going to need is a second carrier. So because we're going to siphon everything out from the primary fermentation into the secondary. All right. Like I said in the last video, we're going to need some golden grapes, or not grapes, but golden raisins. All right. So we went and got that, and we're going to need some sort of siphon hose. All right. So I basically picked this one up at a pet shop. It's one of those for the fish tank where it runs the air hose from the pump, so on and so forth. But you can buy siphoning hoses at the wine store if you want to do it that way. It costs a little bit more. This one cost me $1 for only a few feet, so that's why I'm using that. Cheap and easy, right guys? Okay. So as you see, the balloon is filled with gas, and it's not very big right now, but the gold one that I used, yes it is a yellow one, but the gold one that I used ended up popping while I was doing my shift at work. There was so much gases that built up that it blew the balloon. But that's okay, I have plenty of balloons, just stuck another one on and we were good to go. So basically what we're going to want to do is clean out everything, all right, for your second. I ran hot water through the hose. I ran hot water through the second fermentation device. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. So we're going to take the balloon off. It smells like a winery now, just all that gas just blew into the face. All right, now the reason why we want to siphon out or rack the wine into your second fermentation bucket is because the primary fermentation is done. It takes about 3 to 4 days. We did this 3-4 days ago. And what happens is the yeast dies, settles down to the bottom, and we want to separate the lees from the liquid and get the second fermentation done. Lees is spelled L-Y-E-S. All right, also known as must. So basically, must or lees is the dead yeast at the bottom. That's that sludgy stuff you're going to end up seeing at the bottom. That's perfectly fine. That's why we siphon it out. What we want to do is siphon out up to about the last centimeter at the bottom. So basically the liquid just over, and we are good to go. So how we do that is we take the one end of the hose, stick it into the liquid. So you're going to want to make sure the one bottle, the one that has all your wine in it, is higher than the other one, right? And just like back in the 80s when we used to siphon gas from cars, this is the gas tank, this is what you're going to put in. So you put the hose in the liquid just like that. Just like that. And since this is a smaller hose, it is going to take some time to siphon out the gallon. But I'm not going to have you guys stand here and watch the entire process. So it's going to take a little bit for that. So what we're going to do is we're going to let that do its thing, and then we're going to come back. It should take about 15 minutes with this small hose. You could get bigger hoses, it'll go a lot faster. Bigger hose, faster timing but less control. Smaller hose, longer time but more control. You could find your happy medium in the middle and compromise and you know, do all that stuff. Or you could just buy a wine siphon tube and it'll go quickly like for that for sure. Alright guys, so I only racked it to the quarter part of the bottle for right now. The reason why I did that is because we want to add the grapes. Or not the grapes, the raisins. So we're going to open up the raisins. Alright, going to grab a handful, plop them in there. Really keen on measurements. It's maybe about half a cup to a cup of golden raisins. Alright guys, so we're done siphoning everything off. So now we got what's left over at the bottom. This is the leads, as we were talking about earlier. So that stuff you're going to want to dump out. And here's the wine with the grapes at the bottom. Or sorry, I keep saying grapes, but I mean raisins. So now what we're going to want to do is either restate the balloon so we can watch it grow and whatever, or do the cap thing again. Cap goes on, a little twist so you got that room for the air, or you can always use an airlock. After that's all done, you got everything tightened up and stored away. What you're going to want to do is put it away and come back to it in a month's time. And after that, we're going to do the last racking and then possible bottling, depending on how everything is. Alright guys, so until next time, stay safe out there. Cheers.